How to get baddies? Okay. You want a baddie. Baddest one of them all. So you see her around the block, right? You wearing your nice shoes, you got some Vans on, some short shorts, and you're wearing a nice hoodie, and you got sneakers, actually not Vans, and you walk up to her, right? Like, hey, shot. She turns around, she's like, what you want, fool? And you're like, hey, girl, I'm just looking to get your phone number, please. And then she'll give you her phone number. Guaranteed BoyWithRizz. BoyWithRizz advice. So once you get her phone number, you type it in, not into your phone, but into white pages, and then you find out where she lives, right? And then you find out her parents' name, her mom's name. Her mom's name is important because you need her mother's maiden name, right? So once you have that, you can try to log into her bank account. Lo and behold, you need her social security number. So what you do is you call her using a *67 anonymous filter, and you pose as a tax official from the IRS. And you use the information you found from her on white pages to coerce her into giving you her social security number. And then you go to the bank and you get into her bank account, and you see that she has, say, I don't know, 10 grand in her account. So you take that 10 grand and you make it all into cash. You know, you want to cash out. So once you cash out, you spend some of the money to buy a chest, and you put the cash into the treasure chest, and you bury that sucker. And once you've buried that sucker, and you need to make a map, and you give her the map, and you tell her. She's like, at first she's like, what is this map for? And then you tell her, check your phone. And she checks her phone. She has like a dozen notifications about activity in her bank account. She's locked out, and she's now broke. She starts freaking out. She's like, what is this? What is this? What's happening? Oh my God, I have no money. How am I gonna pay my bills? I'm gonna be evicted. And you're like, hey, girl, remember that map I gave you? Don't even worry about it. It'll lead you to where you need to be. So she follows the map, and she's like following the red trail, the red dotted trail that you left her. And you go, and you're with her, and you go into, it's buried in someone's backyard, and you see that it's been dug up. The chest is gone. So you start freaking out, right? You're like, oh my God, this isn't part of the plan. What did Boy With You tell us to do? She's like, wait, this red X says the treasure should be here, but it's not. What do we do? And then you're like, oh my God, what did Boy With You, what do we do? But little do you know, you don't need to worry, because I was the one who took the treasure chest. So you take the treasure. I took the treasure chest, and I actually announced that I'm going on tour. And so you and her are like, we need to get your money back. That's 10 grand. So you go to my next show, And it just so happens at that show, I'm there with the treasure chest. And it's a blast. The concert is just it's just the best concert you've ever been to. And she's like, oh my god, this is the best concert I've ever been to. Thank you so much for taking me here, but I really need to get my money back. I'm gonna get evicted, and I'm gonna have no money for food or utensils. And so I see you and your girl, and I'm like, come backstage after the show. And you're like, okay. And she's like, okay. And after the show ends, psych, the show doesn't end. There's an encore. I come back, play Toxic. Everyone goes crazy, including you and the girl that you're with. And he's like, oh my god, I totally thought it was over. But then everyone started yelling encore, and everyone came back and started singing Toxic. Wow, that was so amazing. Wow, he's such an amazing artist. And you're like, yeah, I know, but we really do need to get your money back, because it's 10 grand and you need to pay for rent and for your food. And so I bring you guys backstage to the green room. And there in the middle of the green room is a chest. But it's not any chest. It's my bare chest. I'm not wearing clothes. I am wearing underwear though. And I've tattooed a map onto my chest of where the treasure chest is. So now the three of us are going on an adventure to find the treasure chest. And I eventually put the hoodie back on because it was too distracting for you guys, because my chest is gorgeous, by the way. You guys just couldn't handle it, and also you didn't feel comfortable, so I put a sweatshirt back on. And then we go on that adventure to find the chest. So we go and we traverse the big vast jungle that is Nevada, and we end up finding we go to the suburbs, and it leads us to a tree in the middle of a park, and there's a big red X on the ground, and it's being guarded by pit bulls, ferocious pit bulls, and the pit bulls are all like, I will eat you and tear you up into pieces. And then you and the girl's like, oh, I haven't slept in 3 days. I'm so hungry and I'm so tired. And you're like, I'm so hungry and tired too, but we need to get your money, because with money we can buy food and a blanket and a bed. So you guys actually end up falling asleep, and so I felt bad. So I went to the supermarket and I bought you guys taquitos and Arnold Palmer iced teas, and eventually you guys do wake up and I give it to you, and it gives you more energy, but you would have preferred like something healthier, because now your stomach hurts. But it's okay, because we're about to get your money back. So we do have to fight the pit bull though, and the pit bull's ferocious. So what we end up doing is I put it into a guillotine chokehold, and it has little arms, so it can't really fight back in the way a human can. So as I'm holding it, it's like barking, trying to bite me, and I'm like, go. So you and the girl go and grab the treasure chest, and then I'm like, I'm stuck like holding the pit bull, because if I let go of the pit bull, it's gonna fucking destroy me and my mask. So we're the girl that you're with, you're like, oh my god, we have to save him. He led us to the treasure. And that's when you start to realize, wait, how did he know where the treasure is? Goes back all the way back to the show. How did he know that I was at the show? How did he know who I was? Why did he invite me backstage? And then it all starts making sense. I was the one that took the treasure chest. And in that moment of clarity, I let go of the pit bull, because the pit bull isn't real. The pit bull is actually made of cotton candy. I dropped the cotton candy into a puddle and it disappears, because in the contact of water, cotton candy dissolves super fast. We stand staring at each other, tension riveting in the air. You ask one question, you ask why. I look at you and I say, you got the girl, didn't you? That's all I ever wanted. You look at me, and then you look back at your girl, and then you look back at me. Give me a little nod. Give you a little nod. She's like, what the fuck is going on? And then you're like, come on, girl. Come on, honey. Come on, sugar. Let's go get your money back. And then you guys take a plane ride. I fly you guys in first class up in the sky. And then you guys get back to your home in Cincinnati. And then you just because of the adventure that you guys had, she's like, hey, I know I lost my money and everything, but then I did get it back because of you. I think you're kind of cute. We should be friends. We should hang out. And then she gives you a little kiss on the cheek, and then you start to blush, and you're like, damn straight shoddy. And then that's how you get a baddie.